car just hit 96,000 miles, and the front wheel bearings are as loud as ever. It makes a huge difference, but at the same time, it's not exactly all the way quiet. I'm still feeling like there's too much vibration. Welcome back to another video. In today's episode, we are finally going to be working on the F80 M3 once again. I probably put like, I don't know, 20 something thousand miles on this car since really touching it or doing any other maintenance except for oil change, spark plugs, cleaning the filters, cleaning the maps, and just maintaining the car as is. But it's definitely time for some wheel bearings. The car just hit 96,000 miles, and the front wheel bearings are as loud as ever. So we have some brand new wheel bearings right here. These should be higher quality ones. These are both the fronts right here, and I have the bolt sets for them as well. Had to buy a beautiful Amazon torque wrench. Got some Harbor Freight Pittsburgh specials, and we're gonna go ahead and do this on the driveway. I don't feel like moving around too many cars. I have this needs to go as well. This was a friend given to me, and it's a shell that is for sale or absolutely being parted out because it needs to get out here ASAP. And I'd like to make some money. So if you need any 95 SL500 parts and you are West Coast, let me know. This car needs to be gone or parted out. I found this on eBay. It was like listed for like $190 something, and it is a genuine BMW one. I offered him like 120 and he took it. So we have that as well. So we'll throw that in the car and then we'll take it for a test drive and make sure that these are how they should be. I would give you a quick little test drive, but it is quite noisy. Maybe I'll just take it around the corner so you can hear how the wheel bearings sound right now, and then we'll go ahead and start. I don't even know if you'll be able to hear it. I need to go at a certain speed, but they are super loud. It's definitely more noticeable at higher speed. I don't want to go too fast in the neighborhood, but let me see if you could just hear it a little. Super loud. So we're gonna go ahead and take it back, put it in the driveway, and get the work done. I have no idea if it's gonna show up on camera, but they are extremely noisy, and hopefully it's just the fronts. Okay, wheel bearing is off. The only thing that was an absolute pain was one, I'm not really a prepared mechanic. My 3/8 breaker bar has broken, and the only one that I have are 1/2 inch ones, and it's just too big to fit in here. And I'm also somehow don't have 1/2 inch extensions. Don't really ask me, but this bottom bolt right here was an absolute pain in the ass to trying to get out. It really wasn't that bad. These bolts are actually pretty, not loose, but they're pretty easy to get off. They don't really seal that much, so it's pretty much just one good whack and it'll come loose, and the rest will be finger tight. So only this bolt was just a little bit harder too, because this lower control arm was kind of in the way. So I tried to jack it up a little bit by this bottom control arm and just add a little bit of pressure to bring the shock up. It really doesn't move much. It really doesn't give you much space, but just so you're aware, that is a possibility. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this rest of the stuff up because it is pretty crusty in there. This is the old wheel bearing that is absolutely nasty. There's definitely something inside there. I don't want to mark up my driveway anymore, so let me put this somewhere over here. And dang, I gotta take care of my new house. I can't be doing this to the driveway. Dang it. Dang, I'm gonna have to come out here and vacuum my driveway. But okay, yeah, we're gonna continue. We're gonna clean up, get some of the stuff out the way, and then we will proceed with putting on the new one. Here we go with the new one, fresh out of the box. This thing is a little bit oily, but it probably should be. So we're gonna go ahead and install this one. It's gonna be nice not having this dirty, stupid rusted cap, and we're in Vegas heat, so it will never rust again. So we're gonna go ahead and throw this one on and use the fresh bolts that they provided. And I cleaned this up a little bit. It's a little bit hard. I don't want to get this wheel sensor too dirty, and I don't want to hit it with any chemicals or anything like that. So I scraped it with a little bit of the screwdriver going around the lip. It's a lot better. Should be a little bit cleaner. And we're gonna go ahead, slap in the new one now. How can something so simple be such a pain in the ass? So apparently these bolts are by the year. So I believe I saw two different things. 2015 is the cutoff and 2017 is the cutoff. You're either M12 times 1.5, which is what my car is, or you have M12 times 1.25. You really shouldn't run into an issue at all, because if you're ordering an actual hub and the bolts, they give you the bolts. They sent me different bolts in a different hub. They sent me a 1.5 hub with 1.25 bolts. Absolute pain in the ass. I had no idea what was going wrong. So For the moment, since my car is already in the state and I already broke the seal on the old bolts and I can't use the new ones anyway, I threw on the hub with the old bolts with red thread locker, and instead of, it's supposed to be 85 foot-pounds and then 90 degrees, I just put it at 100 foot-pounds for right now. We're gonna put the new bearing on. I have new bolts on order, so lucky me, I get to go ahead and do this again. I'm gonna clean up a little bit in here. We're gonna slap on the rotor and the actual caliper, and we'll switch over to the other side, and it should be relatively quick now that I'm not struggling trying to figure out what's going wrong. Okay, here we are on the other side. Have the new bearing right here. Everything is off on this side as well. Here is the old one, even more crusty than the before. The rotor was actually stuck on there, so we're gonna go ahead and swap in the new hub right now. Not really showing too much of wrenching because it is super simple, and I'm trying to be quiet out here. It's a little bit late, try not to use the impact too much, but it's really super simple. I take off the brake shield just to be sure, so it only is these 3 bolts, and it's only these 4 bolts right here. Again, make sure that you guys are using the proper hardware. If you're really unsure, buy both sets, buy M12 1.5 and M12 1.25, and then just return whatever you don't use. It definitely would save you some hassle if you're really unaware. But we're gonna go ahead and swap in the new hub now. It's literally just 4 bolts. I'm gonna be reusing the old ones using red thread locker until I can get some new ones. They are there. They are not the best, but we're gonna go ahead and continue doing this, and then we will take the car for a drive and see if we notice a difference. But we definitely should, because these are definitely crusty and they spin pretty freely. So put the new one in and see how the difference is. Car is back on the ground. Both hubs are on. Wheels are torqued down. Let's go ahead and throw in this and clean up the interior a little bit. Dang, it looks fresh, but it kind of looks a little bit out of place. Damn. This seat looks dirty in camera, and it doesn't even look dirty in person. All right. Everything needs to be cleaned in here, but it looks a lot better. It looks great. I don't know. I feel like it looks great on its own. I don't know how I feel about it inside the interior. I guess we're gonna leave it for right now, and we'll see how it goes. And obviously this needs to be swapped out, because you can see this has definitely seen better days, but the car has 96,000 miles on it right now. So let's go ahead and take this out for a drive and see the improvement on the wheel bearing. It makes a huge difference, but at the same time, it's not exactly all the way quiet. I'm pretty sure it's just because I'm on cheaper tires, but it makes the world of a difference having this actually somewhat quiet now. Definitely I'm on cheaper tires, so it's gonna be more road noise from these tires and maybe my wheels, and I also think I need new rotors, so got to do that as well. Car needs an alignment. The car just needs a little bit of everything for maintenance. It's definitely, the car is great as it is, but I've been a little bit abusive to it. It's had like 20,000 miles put on it, and I've only been doing oil change. Spark plugs were like 20,000 miles ago, and I did some other maintenance as well, but I just need to stay up to date and keep doing maintenance on this thing and get it a little bit better. I've been meaning to take this thing to Cali for the absolute longest and go get some real maintenance done. I noticed last time I did my oil change, the actual bottom of the oil pan had a little bit of sweat on it, so I don't know whether something is leaking, but I'm sure it's just the oil pan gasket itself. So at some point I definitely need to dedicate some time and some money to go to Cali and get this thing serviced. Probably gonna go to probably S5X Performance is what I think I've seen the best reviews on consistently compared to everywhere else, and their price point is absolutely amazing. They constantly do deals as well, so that's probably going to be my go-to, and it's only going to be a couple-hour drive. So at some point in the near future, that's definitely what I want to get done to this car, and then finally tune it, because I've had stock F80s for like the last 3 years, and I've never even experienced stage 1 or anything other than literally just a bone stock F80 with lowering springs. So it'll be nice. Of course, I've had intakes, but that's amazing. But at the same time, some extra power would be nice, and intakes should be louder now that the car's running more boost. But something to look forward to, and something that I honestly have been meaning to do for the longest and have neglected. But let's just take a second and listen to the silence. So much better. I would definitely want to do some type of wheels. I think I want to do Apex EC7s on this car. I know they're kind of cheaper wheel, but they're basic, and I think on white it looks amazing with some nice tires, and do something a little bit different. But I definitely need an alignment. And the rear, last time the tires literally only lasted like I think 15,000 miles, and they were on cords whole time camber weared, and it was leaking. So definitely not the best alignment in the rear. The front is same tires. I replaced all 4 at the same time, and the front has like 15,000 miles on my wheel, and they literally look brand new. So definitely the rear of the car has too much camber, and they got way too camber wore. But more things to do. I love that. I love working on BMWs when 24/7 it's a project and it never ends. That's great. I love it. Fantastic. So let's go ahead, continue to drive. I'm gonna cruise around a little bit, and I'll probably hop out the car, show the exterior of the car once I get somewhere I can stop. On a little section on the outside of the city, decided to hop out real quick, show you the exterior of the car. It's a little bit bright with these lights. There you go. It's a little bit dark when you do that, but here we are. Car is literally bone stock except for H&R lowering springs. The actual wheel hubs made a huge difference. It's a little bit windy out here. I apologize again. But what's weird, these cars, when you look at them from an upwards angle, they look huge and they look not that low, and then if you look at your car like straight or at a downwards angle, they look so much smaller and so much lower. Really plays with your eyes, but maybe I'm just delusional after working on this thing for 4 or 5 hours when it should have only took 45 minutes, something like that. But here we are. Car is looking great. See, like this side to me looks so much better, the other side not so much. But here we are with our fresh e-brake boot, matching the actual carbon now, and with the carbon structure interior, it looks great. God damn, my seats don't even look dirty, and then you turn on the flash and they look filthy. All right, so that's about it for this video. I'm gonna drive home, get probably a couple more driving clips, and then we are good to go. I was trying to film, god damn, freaking Grand Canyon was arising from the ground. All right, so obviously wheel bearings replaced. The car feels great. The car feels fast right now. The car feels really fast right now, so it's really good. Ambient temperature is just cool enough. This car loves it. When it's too hot, slow. When it's too cold, feels a little slow. Right now, whatever temperature it's outside right now, my car absolutely loves that. Okay, so I'm still feeling like there's too much vibration. I don't think my rotors are completely warped, but braking on this car sucks right now. My pads are fresh. The rotors do not have lips on them. Both are really in decent condition, but I know I have done a couple pulls where I had a brake and it was at a higher speed, and definitely after a couple seconds of slowing down, many vibrations. The car is not happy. I think they're a little bit heat warped, or possibly they're just not in the best shape anymore after all the heat and the excessive braking that has happened. So I definitely need brakes, because the car definitely does not brake that well at all. I think rears are OEM and the fronts are SHWs, which are the OEM manufacturer for M3 rotors or whatever, F80 rotors. So definitely think I need to do brakes next. And the car feels really loose when I'm driving. It feels super loose when you shake the steering wheel back and forth. The car feels loose. So I don't know if there's a problem with the sway bar brackets, because I know that's a typical problem on older M cars. I don't know for these, so I don't know if there's a sway bar bracket that's not doing so well. When I looked at all the control arms and the bushings and stuff like that, nothing seemed to be that problematic. I'm gonna put the camera down. I want to see nobody where I live, but nothing seems to be out of place, or nothing seems to be too problematic. None of the boots look ripped. Nothing had play. So I'm not sure if it's sway bar related, or possibly, I don't know if my struts are trash. Let me know down below if your car has ever felt really loose, because the car did not feel like this at all when I first bought it. But then again, I put like 20 something thousand miles on this car since then. That's how long I've owned it, for 20,000 miles. So I'm pretty sure also when I did my lowering springs, I know I did spin the front spindles too much. So I'm assuming that the struts, no bueno, and maybe control arms, not control arms, sway bar brackets or bushings or something. Every bushing looked good. But again, the car does have 96,000 miles now, so it's definitely going to be due for a suspension refresh, but everything seemed to be in good condition. It is a little bit clunky just over direct bumps when the suspension is compressed upwards. So let me know what you guys think down below, if you guys can even give me a diagnosis or help me from my rambling and nonsense of me trying to explain what's wrong with the car. So we are home now. This car needs a little bit more work, but I love this car and it is by far worth whatever I have to put into it. And E46 M3 also needs valve lash. Did a bunch of work to the E39 M5, but it has thermostat codes and stuff like that now. So that's gonna have to be addressed as well. Lots to come. Both E46 M3. I feel so bad. When I was in my prime time, somebody had sent me coilovers for the E46 M3. Life hit me a little bit too hard. Bought a home, my promotion, personal stuff with my life, fighting my demons, and I never got around to putting on the coilover. I feel terrible. I told them that I was busy, and obviously I was doing stuff with work and blah, 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 but I feel terrible. I have to, and yet to install those. I need to install those. I got to get this piece of crap Mercedes out my garage. So again, if anybody in the West Coast is interested in a 95 SL500 rolling shell, only missing an engine, please buy it for me. I don't want that trash sitting around. I know this is boring. You're just staring at my steering wheel, but I don't want to show where my house is, and bam. That's how it goes. That's how the cookie crumbles. So E46 M3 needs a ton of work. M5 needs a ton of work as well. F80, unfortunately, is going to be on that list as well. So we're going to continue making content. Please let me know about the car feeling loose and about vibrations. I know my tires are cheap. Possibly the rotors are contributing to that, and hopefully not. I don't think a wheel. I don't feel like their wheels are bent or out of balancing, because I just got them balanced not that long ago. But everything's a possibility right now, and I went to some cheap ass tire shop, so their balancing I literally saw has like a foot long of balancing strips and weights. Anything's a possibility. Cheap tires, balancing, the wheel itself. We knocked out wheel bearing. I'm sure they need to be replaced no matter what, but I just don't think it's the complete culprit for my vibration or my noise. So yeah, brakes are definitely going to be needed as well. So hopefully it's something suspension wise. I don't want to pay for coilovers, but the car, I would go coilovers because I don't have, what the hell do you call it? I don't have the active dampening where you can change it. I forgot what it's called. I literally have been out of the car scene for way too long. So yeah, I'm sorry for rambling. I know this is boring. Probably none of you made it through to this point, but like, comment, and subscribe. I am trying my best to come back and be active. Thank you for all the love that you guys have shown on the E39 M5 video that came out last. That video has done wonderful, and I fell off. So thank you everyone for subscribing. Thank you everyone for that subscribe. Thank you to everyone that has stayed with me. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. I will be back and do my best to give you guys better content and get you some interesting stuff with some Frederico and Edward, and come back with the boys all together. And I got to buy some parts cars to get some cars, and I got to make some money. So lots to happen, lots to come, lots of excuses. Let me go inside. It's 1 o'clock. I'm going to go live and sit in my sorrow and edit this video. So thank you, everybody. Later, guys.